Continued to make comments about Hindu deities in a manner I found offensive and also spoke positively about their own Islam religion. I perceived these actions as attempts to influence or convert me. Despite knowing that I attend Sadguru meetings and follow a vegetarian diet, Tausif and Danish once again took me to a hotel late at night and pressurized me to consume non-veg food, stating that adverse consequences would follow if I refused because these people were team members or team leaders of this guy, so forcing them to eat non-vegetarian food. It is also my allegation that Tausif, Attar, Danish Sheikh, Shahrukh Sheikh and Raza Maiman made obscene remarks about the women in the office. From 2022 until 2026, I allege the above individuals repeatedly engaged in conduct including making derogatory remarks about my own religion, compelling me to participate in the religious practices, and pressurizing me to act against my beliefs. When I resisted, I was subjected to harassment and intimidation at workplace. This is a statement given by one male colleague in that company, TCS. And also, many other. I saw some other. These are all official things. The Danish Sheikh grabbed this woman in the office lobby. He lured her into physical relationship, pressurized her to convert to for nikah. Raza and Shahrukh abused this woman and attempt to molest her. Her complaints to the seniors were met with no response in the office. Shafi Sheikh would stare at the woman's breast and comment on her marriage and their alleged inability to have a child, and then would ask her to sleep with him to have a baby. Tausif would stare at this woman's chest, point out at her private parts, and make shameless comments about them. He would also abuse Hindu deities. So, people are saying this is corporate jihad. Of course, it is a love jihad. Love jihad, I have spoken in my channel a couple of times. I don't want to actually make such videos, but it's very important that what I see, at least what I forecast in the next 100 years, is India will become an Islamic country. India, from Hindustan, India's name would probably become Pakistan. Of course, Hindustan is not given due to religion. We all know the history, but India will slowly become Pakistan in the next 100 years. So this is one of the warfare technique. And when I saw one more news, I don't know how far it is true. The funding for this are coming from Malaysia, and the people have been like the victims, they've been saying that you will make you settle in Malaysia, we'll give you money, we make you rich, etc., etc. And suddenly my mind went that Malaysia is the place where Zakir Naik is residing or used to reside. So is there any link with the Zakir Naik and this? I don't know. Anyway, see, basically the reason why I make this video is, do we really blame them or do we blame ourselves? If somebody is blaming, if like this guy is saying I attend the Sadguru meetings, I am a vegetarian, but they always comment bad about Hindu deities, because they are not making a bad comment about Hindu deities of their own. They are making from the Puranic stories. If you read Brahma Vaivarta Purana or other Puranas, there are stories like this, and they will give you quote reference also. So what we must, as a if you say that I'm a Hindu, what you must do, or what we must do, is two things. The same thing they also followed. Of course, they were united as a group. Even this happens at individual level. There was one more case in the same company. I saw that one guy was having relation with that Dalit girl for so many years, and then he raped her and always used to abuse Hinduism, etc. So what we must do is two things. Number one is self-defense, and number two is retaliation. The same formula they adopt. They also have a very strong self-defense. What is meant by self-defense? Not physical. These are all at mental level. We must have a mental ability to do self-defense, and we must have a mental ability to do retaliation. All the Muslims, whoever is engaged in this jihad, especially jihad without weapons, is love jihad. ये मानसिक स्तर पर वार करते हैं ना, they all very clearly read their scriptures as well as Hindu scriptures. Especially they read Puranas. They will read Puranas and point out such as stories which are, number one, unscientific, number two, maybe having some sensual things, sexual things, and violent things. They will pick up those shlokas, those stories, and they will try to quote, this is from this Purana, this from this Purana. They will always try to do it. They study our scriptures. They know the weak points of our scriptures. Unfortunately, we do not know our scripture also. Unfortunately, we do not know what is there in their scripture also. That is why I always say every Hindu must have this book in their house. Every Hindu. This is light of truth. And even though you might probably curse Maharshi Danan Saraswati, you might probably curse Arya Samaj, you might probably curse the Vedic Dharma, but this book, if you read at least the 14th chapter is against Islam religion. So they know the problems in the Hindu religion. Actually, Paramatma does not create any religion. There is no word Hindu in the Vedic scriptures at all. Hindu is a religion. We only say that we are Hindu, etc. But the religion established by Paramatma is Sanatan Dharma. If you go and ask Sri Krishna Maharaj which religion you belong to, he will say, I'm a Vedic Dharmi, I am a Sanatana Dharmi. Go and ask Vyas Muni or Atri Rishi, Kapil Muni, Jamini Rishi, they will all say, I am a Sanatana Dharmi. Sanatana Dharmi and the present Hindu religion, it's a vast difference between the earth and the sky. So at least what I would say is go through the 14th chapter so that you can also have retaliation power. When you understand 14th chapter clearly, number one, you will know that Quran is not from Paramatma. Quran is not a work of Paramatma, or Quran is not a work of any great scholar. Number two, you will understand the various scientific mistakes in Quran, and thereby you will be very sure that Quran cannot be the word of God. So when these people speak to you, they will speak to you bad about your religion, your deities, etc. You can also say that, see, this is what your Quran is speaking about. So first correct your religion and come to my religion. And of course, slowly what you have to do is you have to create also a self-defense, because our Puranas are the one which destroyed Hinduism. The Hindu religion is so weak. Why in the next 100 years Hindustan will become Pakistan is because our religion is based on weak scriptures today. Whereas Paramatma creates the Vedic Dharma, and all the Rishi Munis have strived so far to establish Vedic Dharma, to spread the Vedic Dharma, because there is no chance of mistake in Vedic Dharma, because it is directly from Paramatma. So when what we must do is we must first read the first 10 chapters every day. Try to spend some time to read the first. There are 14 chapters in this book. The last 4 chapters, 11th chapter is against Hindu Dharma, 12th chapter is against Jain and Buddhist Dharma, 13th chapter is against Christianity, 14th chapter is against Islam. So Maharishi has spoken a truth. He has pointed out the mistakes in the current Hinduism. So when you know the mistakes that, oh, this is the reality, then if somebody speaks bad about your deity or other things, you will understand, yeah, I know it. Maharishi has spoken about it, and Maharishi has spoken truth. So what is the real truth? If Hinduism is also the deities and other things also have these obscene things in our Puranas, then what is the reality? The reality is Vedas. So then also go through the first 10 chapters. What is that we must study, what is Vedas, what we must do every day upasana, what is the importance of pranayama, what is the importance of asana, what is the importance of Dainik Agnihotra, what is the importance of following dharma in our life, who created the universe, how the universe got created, who is Paramatma, what are his names, all the things you will be very thorough, and you will start becoming a God-fearing person. And once you become a God-fearing person, nobody in this earth can shake you internally. Of course, these people may say that, if you don't eat non-veg, I will fire you from the job. But you can always go and say, somebody has had a guts, one lady had a guts to go to police and file a complaint. So now RSS, Shiv Sena, this Sena, that Sena, everybody will come and pounce upon TCS or other companies. I was reading another tweet. Tech Mahindra in Goregaon, Mumbai area have 60% Muslims, and they always recruit Muslims. So there is a possibility of love jihad happening. I'm not against Muslims, but when they come as a group, they will have a plan. They will get funding from somebody. They'll say that the more you convert, for each conversion, suppose for example somebody comes and tells you, for every person you convert from Muslim to Vedic Dharma, somebody says I will give you 1 crore rupees. Example, you will die. You will put your heart and soul for that, right? Similarly, they are also getting fundings. Somebody will say that, when you convert a person from a Hindu to Muslim, you will get, for example, I'm just telling you, will get so many lakh rupees. If you convert a person who is a Christian to Muslim, you will get so many thousand rupees. Because when you read Quran, you will understand it's a continuation from they would have referred to Bible and other books. but there is no reference of any Hindu books in the Quran. So here we must understand that their focus is to destroy our religion, destroy our India, both from military side, also internally, weakening our this one. And why we are weak? We are weak because dhyayato vishyan pumsah. We have our dhyan, our focus. It's not that Danish Sheikh, what's his name, Raza or Shahrukh. It's not that they are seeing the breast of the women. They are seeing the private part of the woman. We are also doing the same thing. That's a problem. We don't accept our mistakes. A person who is a Hindu or a Muslim, a human body has same tendencies, whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim. They also see it, you also see it. You don't have any fear of Dharma, you don't have any fear of Paramatma. They don't have any fear of Paramatma. They say that Allah sabko maaf kar dega. They will say that. Okay, whatever I do, I will go and surrender to Allah, because Allah has told to convert everybody to Muslim, so it's okay to do it. But when you understand our Dharma, you will see, that my body is not created for this. Okay, getting babies is one part of our life. Under Grahastha we must get married and get babies. But always seeing women parts and women seeing the male photos in Bollywood dancing, these are all spoiling our Dharma. So as a Hindu, what we must do? As a Hindu, we must try to do self-defense. For self-defense, we must try to start understanding the basis of our Dharma. The problem today is, like, if ISKCON will say the basis of our Dharma is Sri Krishna Maharaj. No. You go to any other organization, there's a basis of Dharma is Adi Shankaracharya. No. Adi Shankaracharya was a Veda Vidwan very recently, less than 2000 years. Sri Krishna is less than 5000 years. Our Dharma is Sanatana, eternal. Whenever the universe gets created, Vedas will be there. So eternal means continuously. Whenever the universe exists, Vedas are there. So what Vedas says, Paramatma has given the knowledge of Vedas to human beings to destroy our dukkha. When you read the original Bhagavad Gita, you will understand that this original Bhagavad Gita means, Bhagavad Gita is based on Vedas, because Vyas Muni is a Vedic philosopher. So Bhagavad Gita cannot say that Sri Krishna is Paramatma. But Bhagavad Gita did not say Sri Krishna is Paramatma. That we must understand. So for us to understand Bhagavad Gita, we must go back to roots of Vedas. And for us to understand the roots of Vedas, I would always suggest, please read the only authentic book, Bhagavad Gita, by Swami Ram Swarup Ji Yogacharya Ji. Bhagavad Gita ek Vedic rahasya. We'll understand that Sri Krishna is not Paramatma. Sri Krishna was a human being. He was a great Yogeshwar. So he never told that I am Paramatma, worship me. And whatever slokas are telling like that has a deeper meaning which is not telling like that actually. Because we do not know Sanskrit, we do not know Vedas, we misinterpret. So first is, my suggestion is self-defense. How you can do mental self-defense is Swadhyaya. Number one, everyday Swadhyaya. Understand Paramatma, understand Vedic Dharma, understand Satya Himsa, Asateya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya, Jnana. Sri Krishna says in Gita, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha, you are doing dhyan on the Vishaya. Vishaya means whatever you see, Roop, Ras, Gandh, Sparsh, etc. You have always dhyan on that. So you will get into attachment, you will get into attraction towards a female body, because you are a male, you are having dhyan on her chest, on her breast, on her private parts, you will get attracted towards her. And similarly for female also. Then what happens? Sangasteshu upajayate, attachment ho jaya, sangat. Then from that attachment, attraction, desire will emanate, that I want that body. Desire will emanate. And when the desire emanates, you will find all the ways to satisfy that desire. And please understand, Trishna na jiranam vayameva jiranam. Desires can never be satisfied. So when we understand our base, our root, our dharma, then first of all we will come back to see inward. The only way the female, see, love jihad is mostly attacking love jihad, and love jihad is attacking opposite sex, and jihad is attacking everybody. Jihad means, like, the statements from the male fellow that my Hindu, they are trying to defame my Hindu Devi Devatas. So he considers my mera devata hai. So he has that attachment towards the Devi Devata, and then continuously they will pounce upon our Devi Devata. You do not have retaliation, you do not have self-defense, you do not have understanding of your dharma, you do not have understanding, you do not have, as a Hindu, we do not have guts to understand and say that yes, Bhagavatam is wrong book. Yes, Garuda Purana is against Vedas. We do not have that much guts also. Why? Because we are feared, we are afraid to speak the truth. Once you have guts to accept the truth by reading this book, you will get guts to accept the truth. Then nobody can do love jihad on you. So for the next generation, we are all the people who are working in TCS 20 years, 18 years, 20, I mean not 18, 20 years, 25 years, 20, 27 years are all young generation people. They need to understand the dharma. When they understand dharma, no 10 people who are Muslim colleagues, they cannot do anything to you. They will not talk to you also. They'll know that, this guy is very clear. I cannot work on that. So they will try to target somebody else. And from that point of time, you also have to start spreading the knowledge of the Vedic Dharma. So Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhan, Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Parigraha, Brahmacharya, with this kind of basis, you can have a strong self-defense mentally. And for retaliation, you read the 14th chapter, and also after reading 14th chapter, when you start reading Quran, in every page you will find so many faults. When you understand Vedas, when you read Quran, you will find 100,000 faults in Quran. I started reading not now, long back I left it. But somebody gave me gift. I was doing a Ved Prachar in Bangalore. That the nearby stall was a Salam Center, big Muslim guy in Bangalore. He came to me and he gifted me Quran. He said, Quran also and Vedas also speak about the same God. I said, no. Quran is speaking about an imaginary God. Vedas speaks about the original God. So he got terrified. He got very angry. He was like 7 feet height, built. He was very angry on me. I said, you cannot do anything to me. You can physically abuse me, that's all. But if you want to do Shastrat, well, let's do it. I can find out in every page of your Quran, I can find out mistake. Then he was little shaken. Then he kept this Quran in my book stall and then he went away. Then I started reading some few pages randomly. You can find out hundreds of errors in Quran. The aim is not to find error in Quran. The aim is to, if somebody says, come and attack our religion, then you also easily can attack. So then you say to them, see, you also have hundreds of mistakes, thousands of mistakes, in fact, and we have hundreds of mistakes. You mind your business, let me mind my business. And later on, Zakir Naik used to say, let's come to common terms and discuss. Come to common terms and discuss, then come to Ved Vidvans. No? So many acharyas are there in this world. Come to bring them to that acharya. So these people will never, Zakir Naik will never come to speak to my acharya. Impossible. Zakir Naik will never come and speak to a Arya Samaj acharya. Impossible. Because they know that, if I go there, I will get... Zakir Naik openly challenged me in my channel. I said, okay, let us do a debate. If I win, you must declare openly that whatever I have spoken is false, and I am today leaving my religion Islam and I am taking conversion to Vedic Dharma. If you have that guts and I have the same guts, if I lose to you, I will tell in my channel openly that whatever I have told about Vedas is false. I am leaving the Vedic religion. I am becoming a Muslim from today. Zakir Naik immediately deleted all his comments and ran away. I made a separate video on that. And people then said, no, this is not original Zakir Naik. Okay, whatever it is. Even if it's not original Zakir Naik, somebody trying to become a Zakir Naik and trying to challenge people, right? He also ran away, right? That is important. So when we have full learning of our dharma, nobody can challenge you. And this love jihad, these young women, why somebody has daringness to touch women and then molest her? Because the woman is on the moment of weakness. She also, at one point of time, she also trusted that guy, right? That's why she is able to give her body to that guy. No woman will be ready to, unless if it's not a rape. All these things are not rape cases. Sexual harassment later on. First is intimacy, then later on it became harassment once that woman knows, oh, this guy is a cheat. Then what happens then? Harassment. Why? Because I've taken a video of you and me having sex. I will give it to your mother, I'll give it to your father. So for women, the education is most important, that your body is a weapon. Nobody can touch your body. If somebody touches your body, that guy must be tortured to death. This is what Vedas says. Manusmriti, Manu Bhagavan says, if somebody touches the woman body inappropriately and that woman complains to the local authority, he must be tied to a cot made of iron, and that iron has to be heated to 1000 degrees centigrade, and that guy will die a terrible death on the same cot in front of public. So if women has this kind of guts, nobody will dare to touch that woman. So problem is, women also are getting weak because they do not have base of the dharma. Everybody has only one thinking in this world today. Everybody has I want to earn money. Dharma, go to hell. I don't know dharma. I want money. So then that is why India will become Pakistan in the next 100 years. BJP will not do anything. BJP, Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, these people will work until they have power in their body for their votes. That's it. Then Congress will not do anything. Nobody will do anything. We have to make our own self defense. And when all of us are thorough in our subject, then the neta, then the police, then the councillor, the MLA, MP, everybody will fear the public. Then they will take right actions. And of course, today the police have done a very good job, tremendous job in arresting this. And they have to go to this kind of operation. They must do in Tech Mahindra also. They must do in Infosys also. They must do in other companies also. And if you are working in a company where you are at a manager level or a VP level or a director level, try to investigate this, because I have seen in my, I cannot name my company, in my previous company, I saw it by my own thing that the head of the HR was a Christian. And then I was sitting in a conference room, and that new conference room built, the light was not working, and that conference room is a west facing conference room. In the early morning it will be dead dark. So I had a meeting in the morning, and I was sitting in the room by closing my eyes, like I was just relaxing there. It was around 9 o'clock in the morning. I had a meeting, then I had to come out. One person entered the room. They had that lady got a call, and she entered the room. She did not see that I am sitting in the room, but I was sitting in the, okay, I just, I didn't want to listen to her, but I was just sitting there. So she is speaking on the phone that, next week this interview is aligned. You must ensure, she's telling to somebody else, I don't know who was that. You must ensure that you are selecting a Christian guy only, and let us discuss more on Sunday meeting in the church. So then she did not know that I was inside the room. She left. Then after 2 minutes, I also left. Then this is all jihad, a kind of jihad only. So this all happens in corporate. So if you are a manager, if you are a VP, if you are a director, and if you know dharma, try to be neutral. That does not mean that you should not recruit a Muslim. If you are a Hindu, you should not recruit a Muslim. You can recruit, you should recruit if he is eligible. But make sure that there is no adharma happening in the team. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om, Om, Om.